Hello and welcome to Knife Delights. It's time for another 2 for Tuesday. Yes, this is an open tag for any channel to participate in. It's a easy open tag, I think. You just grab a couple of knives and start talking about them. I want to thank all of those channels that have been participating in this open tag. I think the viewers are really enjoying it. So I want to thank everybody that does watch the 2 for Tuesday videos across the board. It's really nice to see your feedback, read your feedback, and it's just been a great open tag, and I think starting to be kind of a popular open tag. So yeah, if you're a channel out there, why join in on this open tag. Let's see a pair of knives every Tuesday if you can. All right, so today we're going to take a look primarily at the Imperial IMP22, and we're going to kind of contrast it with the classic Case Sodbuster Jr. Now, Sodbuster is a name that was come up with by Case, and I think the original Sodbuster pattern, the full size, came out sometime in the 60s, and then a few years later they followed up with the smaller Sodbuster Jr. I do know that this is a very popular pattern by Case, and if you go to their website, you can see different steels. You can see a lot of different cover material. Case is known for providing lots of different cover materials. This is a favorite knife of many. They just love this pattern. I think Georgia Adventurer is a big Sodbuster or Sodbuster Jr. fan. So having said all of that, this Imperial, and it is not a Sodbuster because that's, again, a Case name, so it's a Sodbuster style knife, if you will. And it is the IMP22, and is brought to us by that great CB Tactical. One more knife out of that box of knives that he sent me. So thank you so much, CB, for giving us the chance to look at this knife, and I know the viewers certainly appreciate it. So I want to start with just some general comparisons here, not really in-depth, I guess. As you can see, there's a lot of similarities to these two knives. We'll start with the blade length. The blade length is just about the same. I think for the Imperial, it listed at 2.7 inches, and on the Case, it's 2.8 inches. So the blade length is just about the same. Now you see that kind of looks like a dull finish. Well, that's because I put a little case paste on here before I got started, because these needed to be cleaned off, fingerprints and all that. So I decided to clean both of these blades off just a little bit here, just so we're on an even keel here. So wipe some of that case paste off, make sure we got our fingerprints off of there. Now, Imperial calls this blade on their knife, they're calling it a drop point blade. And that's what their blade shape looks like. And on the Sodbuster Jr., Case calls this the Skinner blade. And they say that the Skinner blade is ideal for hunters and outdoorsmen because the curved shape of the blade allows for a more aggressive cut. So we'll try to put these side by side here and get some more of this paste wiped off, because this one was just covered with fingerprints and it had a little bit of the grease on it from the factory still. Hadn't really cleaned this one off yet. Now, I was kind of late coming to the Sodbuster game. I just got my first one, or this one here, really my only one, about 2 months ago. Saw one in a store, and I says, you know what, it's time to grab a Sodbuster. So I got this Junior here, and I'm trying to remember what I paid for it. I want to say it was around $30 that I paid for this one. And the price on the Imperial, well, it seems to be all over the place. I think on their website for full MSRP for that was like $22, I want to say. But it seems like I've been finding them definitely under $20, and I want to say in some places less than $10 on the online knife stores. So there's a significant difference in the price. But now that we kind of got them shined up and looking good, we'll compare these two blades to start. So you can see, again, on the top they're calling it drop point. On the bottom is a Skinner blade. So the Skinner blade does have, kind of looks like a very subtle drop point. It's very subtle there, but not as pronounced as on the Imperial. Now they both have the same basic construction. I do not know if this is Delrin, but it's just a yellow synthetic, kind of a traditional case handle material there. And one site on the Imperial, one site said that this was black celluloid. So you can see this one here does have Imperial there, but on the case they just leave it blank. You can put them side by side. You can see that the case Sodbuster Jr. is substantially thicker. I should say wider. So again, there's your offsetting choices. This one's going to take up a little less room in your pocket, but this one is going to give you something more substantial to hold on to. Other than that, I mean, the shape of the handle, again, is about the same. This one's a little more pronounced of a curve to it. This one kind of comes more to an edge before dropping, and that's a gentle sloping curve there. And you can see overall the width here of your handle is wider on the Sodbuster Jr. They both have brass liners. And I have to say, the fit and finish on the Imperial is very good. There's nothing wrong with that fit and finish on there. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. And we'll look at the case. Nice and smooth. I guess we can look at blade centering. We're off just a little bit on this case, but there is no blade rub. So the reality is, even though it's offset there just a little bit, as long as you're not getting blade rub, you're doing okay. And we'll check it here on the Imperial. And that looks pretty dead on. Maybe off just a little bit down here. But again, no blade rub. See, these are hard to keep polished clean, aren't they? Now, I believe the blade steel here in the Imperial is going to be a 7CR17 high carbon stainless steel. And on this case, let me see, what did they put on this one? This is their carbon steel. And on the case website it says this is the basic steel that Case used to use before they went to the surgical steel. It's their, how do they describe it? They say it's a special formula of alloyed steel. It's the original Case blade steel. And Case carbon steel blades are known for their edge holding ability and easy resharpening. Now the weight of the knives, very close, redneck scale. You know, it's very close. It's, I'm sure, a very minimal difference. This might be just slightly heavier. Again, the big difference is going to be pocket space. So your case is going to take up a little more real estate than the Imperial. So again, as I've been comparing some of my knives, you know, this is budget friendly, easy on the wallet. This one a little bit more expensive, probably at least 2 times or 3 times more expensive than the Imperial, but you do get made in the USA versus made in China, and you do get a more substantial knife and more substantial blade material there. So there you have it. This Imperial knife is an attractive knife, however, and it would suit everybody's needs. Again, these budget knives are great. If you don't know if you like a Sodbuster pattern or any other pattern, it's great. You can get, one of these budget knives, see if you like the concept of the shape, see if it fits in your hand good. Do you like this single-bladed folding knife? And if you do, then you can always, step up and start buying some more, maybe higher quality knives. But there you have it, just kind of a side-by-side comparison here on this 2 for Tuesday. Down in the right-hand corner, I'll put a link to the playlist for my case knives. Big round Knife Delights subscribe button there in the middle. And down here in the left-hand corner will be the next video that YouTube thinks you should watch. So until next time, thank you once again, CB Tactical. Check his channel out and subscribe. And I want everyone to go out and have a very delightful day.